Do you think it's too late to hit seven figures like this year in 2024? I am here to tell you it is not, okay? And so picked this very special day to have this discussion. And so let me get Instagram going so we can go ahead and do it there too. All right. Hey, everybody. I'm excited to be able to talk about why it's not too late to hit seven figures in your business this year, 2024. Why? Because listen, we are really just getting moving and grooving this year. We still have time, okay? This is just a very special day. Like, this is the first day of the last week of the first quarter of 2024. That means you have three more quarters to go. And I need to tell you right now what you need to do in order to make that happen. So, as you're coming in the room, say hello to me. I would love to be able to say hello to you. I'm excited to be able to have this discussion with you because let me tell you, it is never too late. It is especially not too damn late this early in the damn year. Okay. So, let's make it happen. All right. So, as I mentioned, today is a special day. It is the first day of the last week of the first quarter in the year of 2024. And I bet you some of you started this year. Hey there. I bet you some of you started this year with the goal that, what's up? Good to see you, Dennis. With the goal that this was going to be your seven figure year. If that's you, let me know in the chat. Did you start this year saying this is going to be my seven figure year? Okay. If not, what was your revenue goal this year? I'm curious. Let me know in the chat. What was your revenue goal this year? Is this going to be your first six figure year, your first multi six figure year? Is this going to be your first multi seven figure year? Maybe seven figures is too low for you. I'm just curious to see, where was your mind on January 1st, 2024, when you were thinking, damn it, this is going to be the year that I hit this number in my business. Hey there, Belinda. Great to see you. I want to know, goals are important. It gives us something to shoot for. Okay. So whatever that goal is, whether or not you put it in the chat, just put it in your mind. Okay. Put it in your mind. I want you to think of that number. All right. And now that we've hit this very special day, right? The first day of the last week of the first quarter of 2024, I want you to assess, where am I? Okay. Are you on target? Right? If you look at how much revenue you've made in your business to this day, if you were to replicate the same level of sales activity for the rest of the year, three more times for the other three quarters, okay, would you be able to hit the revenue goal that you had at the beginning of the year? I want to know. Are you on target? Are you below target? Are you ahead of target, above target? Like, are you tracking ahead of where you thought you'd be, which would be awesome? Okay. But where are you along that continuum? That's a question that's now is a great time to ask. And I say that because, what gets measured gets attention and it grows, right? And we make sure that it flourishes. We don't just sit here and just allow things to do what it do. Okay. If you have a goal, you have to be able to measure as you're working towards that goal. All right. So take a look at where you are now so far with your revenue generation. Juxtapose that. There we go, against where you want to be by the end of the year in terms of what you laid out as your revenue goal at the beginning of the year. And now 3x whatever your current total is in terms of what you've made so far this year. And then look at the difference between that 3x number and the goal that you set at the beginning of the year. If there is a difference there, okay, if you're below it, okay, if there's something that comes up in that number, that suggests that you have not hit that goal yet. If you're not going to hit the goal, if you stay at the same level of productivity and production and revenue generation, then tonight is for you. Okay. Tonight is about how can you begin to move in a direction such that you can recalibrate what you're doing for the rest of the year so that you can get the results that you want to get for this year. And I'm not saying next year. I'm not saying 5 years from now. I'm saying this year. How do you do it? Okay. So I want to sort of break that down for you a little bit tonight. All right. All righty. So the first thing you need to do is take a look at what you are offering. Okay. What are you offering? What are the price points? Are you offering things that are at a price point that you have to sell a gazillion of them in order to hit seven figures? Okay. If that is the case, let me just say that's probably where you want to start. Okay. You want to start by adjusting your prices. And I will say that it's not as simple as just raising your price. That's where people go wrong. People go wrong all the time by raising their prices, not getting any yeses, and getting their hearts broken. Okay. That happens, okay? And that happens because it's more to selling at what I specialize in, the high ticket and ultra high ticket level, than just having a high or ultra high price tag. It's about having the offer that is specifically built to make that price tag seem like an absolute deal, a steal. Like, oh my goodness, of course this makes sense. All right. And there are some keys to that. All right. We're not going to get all into that tonight, but I want you to know that there is a formula to designing a high ticket and especially an ultra high ticket offer that will sell. And when you're selling at the ultra high ticket level, 50K, 75K, 100K or more, then the number of units that you have to sell to get to seven figures dramatically reduces, dramatically reduces. So, for example, if you're selling something that's $50,000 a pop, you only have to sell 20 of those to hit seven figures. Okay. You can hit $1 million with just 20. That's less than 2 dozen. If what you're selling is $500 a pop, guess how many you have to sell? 2,000. 2,000. So if you are struggling out here because you started the year saying, okay, I want to hit seven figures, but you're trying to sell a $500 course and you're looking at the numbers and the math ain't mathing, and you can say, if I keep going at this rate, I'm not going to hit it. Absolutely right. Because the vehicle you have chosen is not the proper vehicle to get you to the destination that you want to get to. Okay. Now I will say some of you may be on track for your annual revenue target that you set at the beginning of the year. Congratulations. For you that are on track with hitting the revenue target that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year, I then have another question for you. Is the target high enough? Bam. Bam. Okay. Is the target high enough? It is possible that you are on target and you may very well hit your revenue goal, but it's very well possible that you are capable of so much more, but you just haven't stretched yourself. Maybe you set a goal that you thought was realistic. And I'm going to say right now, realistic is one of my least favorite words in the English language. I rarely ever use it, and I only use it in circumstances like this where I'm telling you why you shouldn't use it. Okay. And the reason why I hate the word realistic is because it allows us permission to dim our possibility. It gives us permission to achieve for what we believe is obtainable rather than what we really want. I hate that word because it allows us to be satisfied living in the realm of mediocrity. Boom. Those are just three of the reasons why that's not my favorite word. But what I will say, the saddest thing about being realistic when setting these types of goals is that largely is the fact that oftentimes what we consider to be realistic is the bare minimum of what we're capable of. Your goals should stretch you. Your goals should scare you a little bit. So if you really in the back of your mind thought, "Oh man, I would love to have a seven-figure business, but it's not realistic." My question to you is why not? Why not? Who told you it wasn't realistic? Who told you you couldn't build a seven-figure business? Who told you that? And then my question to you is if you can come up with a name, if somebody told you that other than yourself, hello, because it may have just been you, okay, convincing yourself of that. But if someone externally told you that you can't do it, that it's impossible, that it's unrealistic to shoot for that, I want you to ask yourself, well, what the hell are their qualifications? Bam. What are their qualifications to tell you what's possible for you? Let me just say, if someone tells you that it is impossible for you to build a seven-figure business, who themselves have never built a seven-figure business, then I want to tell you they are unqualified to give you that assessment. Bam. People are really quick to tell you you can't do something they've never done. And it's because they don't know how to do it. So because they don't know how to do it, they assume that you could never know. That's a lie from the pit of hell. Is anybody hearing me on that? That right there, my friends, is a lie from the pits of hell. Please do not let your thought process be limited by the people around you who are incapable of dreaming to the extent that you are able to dream. No, you need a new group of friends, compatriots, peers to be around who understand that nothing is impossible. Impossible is nothing. Yes. All right. So I want you to calibrate your goal in the first place. Was it big enough? Was it broad enough? Did it stretch you? Did it scare you? I know that sometimes people say that they don't like to make stretch goals because they don't want to disappoint themselves if they don't hit it. Well, I don't know about you, but if I made a realistic goal of $100,000 that I hit pretty consistently every year, but then one year, challenge myself to make that goal a $1 million year and really worked hard, really did everything I could to hit that 1 million and somehow fell short and only made 750,000. Is that not better than being satisfied with 100,000? Is it not better? I mean, if that's your if that's your definition of disappointment, hello. All right. Hey there. How are you? Let me see. Lawana, is that Lawana? How you doing? Great to see you. Y'all know I'm blind as a bat without my glasses on. And these are the wrong glasses I have down here, you guys. Oh my God. So trying to do my best. But all I'm going to say is that I want you to reassess the revenue goal that you set for your business at the beginning of the year and be very real with yourself. Okay. Did you set a goal that you felt was obtainable, or did you set the goal that you really want? If you really want a seven-figure business, I am here to tell you it is not too late for you to achieve it. And the core way that you do it is to develop something that you are selling that right now can allow you to get there in the most expedited way possible. This is why I focus on ultra high ticket development and marketing and sales. It's because that is the most, bar none, efficient route to seven figures, especially for those of us in the coaching consulting spaces where you make money from what you know and not from products that you're selling. It's the most expedited way for you to get to seven figures, bar none. Just do the math, okay? And I'll give you a prime example. A few weeks ago, I held my very first ultra high ticket design training, the $1 Million Pivot. Within 1 week of holding that event, we had our first clients hit $30,000 in terms of selling a $30,000 offer. And then another one right behind that sold her $50,000 offer. And those are just the beginning for both of them. Okay. Because they have several other potential sales lined up in the pipeline at that level. Think about what it looks like then for you to get to a million from there. As I mentioned, if you're selling the $50,000 offer, she only needs 19 more of those in order to hit seven figures. Okay. If we're talking about the $30,000 offer, let me do the quick math on that, you guys. At $30,000 a pop, which I would consider high ticket. Okay. But if you are doing the high ticket sales at a $30,000 an offer, then you only need to sell 33 of those. 20 and 33 versus 2,000 if we're talking about $500 offers, okay? Or, so here's what I want to say. I have been so amazed by how well our clients have done just since going through that training that we had a couple of weeks ago that I said, hey, let's do it again. I had some ideas about ways that I want to even calibrate that training, take that training even to the next level to make it even more effective. And I want to have it open and ready for you. Now, I will say after I do it this next time, I'm not sure when I'm going to do it again, honestly. I know it won't be anytime soon because we're going to be turning our attention to Black Millionaire Coach Live, okay? So if you missed it the first time, or if you want to see it again, okay, now is the time to sign up, okay? all you have to do is go to themilliondollarpivot.com. You can sign up right now, get your seat. All right. I can't see you guys. Y'all know I'm still blind as a bat. I don't want to put the wrong thing up there. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now I can see. Boom. Okay. All you need to do is go to themilliondollarpivot.com. So pitiful. Blind as a bat, I tell you. I'm trying to make the oh well, I don't know how to make the ticker. Oh, here we go. This is going to be better. Okay. Go to themilliondollarpivot.com and sign up right now. What's really cool about this particular training, you guys, is that I'm going to walk you step by step by step through the process of designing your own ultra high ticket offer. That means an offer that you can sell at the level of 50,000, 75,000, $100,000 or more per pop. Okay. Per pop. And what's really cool about that, you all, is when you do that, you are able to grow your revenue by leaps and bounds. You're able to sell more in one sale than most, unfortunately, Black women-owned businesses make in an entire year. Okay, the typical Black woman-owned business makes only $24,000 in a year. All right, my $50,000 sale client made twice what the typical Black woman-owned business makes in a year with that one sale. Okay. So listen, if you want to have the fast track to seven figures, I want you to know that when you are selling at this level, you have more than enough time to hit seven figures between now and the end of the year. In fact, I would argue you have more than enough time to hit multi seven figures between now and the end of the year when you hit this hard. Okay. Imagine, like I said, 20 will get you to the first million at a $50,000 offer. Imagine if you sold 40. Bam. That's 2 million. Okay. Do the math. Okay. It is simple. You can do it. It's not necessarily easy, but it's simple. All right. But the bottom line is I'll break down how to do it in the Million Dollar Pivot. Also, I'll break down how to find those ultra high ticket buyers. I'll break down how to position yourself so that you can attract those ultra high ticket buyers. And I'll even foray into what are the most effective strategies for selling at this level. This is everything that you need to know in order to make that $1 million pivot in your business. We have it all condensed in this one multi-day training. So if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you go right now to themilliondollarpivot.com. That's themilliondollarpivot.com. Grab your seat. And then right after you sign up, make sure that you keep a lookout on the thank you page, because there you'll have the opportunity to sign up for your own complimentary business audit. Well, you'll get some one-on-one time from a member of my team who is going to give you feedback on where your business is right now. Like, how ready are you to incorporate the ultra high ticket strategies that you are going to hear? How do you show up online? How well does that look with regards to you being able to attract the ultra high ticket buyer? We'll give you some feedback in terms of how to do that better. All of those things you get just for signing up. Okay. So if you haven't already, make sure that you grab your seat right now. I look forward to seeing you there in a couple of weeks. And I look forward to seeing you make your ultra high ticket dreams a reality, so you too can hit seven figures before the end of the year. You still have plenty of time. I look forward to seeing you and helping you make that happen. With that said, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.